Yo, Brendan, Brian, how are you guys? Good to see you. Hope you're having a nice Friday. You are, Brendan. Uh, Hi, Bob. Did you find anything interesting on eBay last night that you probably wouldn't have already seen? Brian, it was fun. Uh, I had it all mapped out in my brain, the timeline that I was going to go down, and then I didn't take into consideration having somebody else in there with me would completely throw that off. But we worked through it. It was fun. AJ, howdy, Nate, uh, Casey, what's up? Jeremy, the wind was absurd today. The only thing I would like to know is, I guess I'll see this afternoon, but I'm sure it has got the tide in, like probably probably a bad tide, uh, like a bad flood, because the south wind's blowing so hard. It's probably got so much water pushed up in the bay. It's probably like you can probably run your boat through anything. Uh, but I'd like to know how high it is right now. It's going to move a lot of fish up. Nate, I had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Um, Casey, let's see. Where is Casey at? Send you my Addy. TK. Stanlet, not me. Come on, dude. My phone is really about to piss me off. It's been working so shitty. I had to delete Plants vs. Zombies, and Bean is real pissed about it. Probably for the better, though. She's pretty good at it. Okay, that's the right address. Rich, what's up? Darius? Um, ah, I got cut off from eBay after the wife seeing the 10 boxes that arrived. Oh, I will be cutting a big tree up this weekend, so no fishing. When did the tree fall? Did anybody figure out who made the fade blade? Good question. Um, where are my blades? Great question. Great question. Terminator. What are these? Those are chatterbait blades, screw locks, clevises, little micro spinnerbait blades. Those are actually kind of cool. Number threes. Look at this thing. I didn't even know I had these. Uh, Darius, I figured sometimes you might like, especially this time of year when the bite's good, you might like to get out there with the commoners and the peasants and dick around on a weekday. But Brendan was asking what a fade blade is. Uh, this is what a fade blade is. Gold on one side, silver on the other. Straight down the middle. They had Colorados and they had willows, they had everything. Here's some just random ones I had. But when I was in Tuscaloosa, they were popular around Tuscaloosa because Dalton Bobo had his name stuck on them. So I used to throw. I mean, it was kind of a never seen the Fade Blade? Wow. Let's see. See if I can look up something to give you an idea of what Dalton Bobo Fade Blade. I want to say it was on his spinnerbait he was throwing in Louisiana. Here's an article from the Tuscaloosa News from 2009. See if it mentions the Fade Blade. Caught the majority Corbett of Anniston. Bobo caught his fish sight fishing with a creature bait and a small jerk bait. That's not a small jerk bait. That's a bee. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what his spinnerbait he used to throw was. Dalton Bobo. So let me look up spinnerbait. Brian looked for it for an hour. His was like, I want to say his spinnerbait he used to endorse was called a redneck spinnerbait, or it wasn't a limberneck, but it might have been. It was that one that had like the banana shaped head. They were ugly as shit. I don't particularly like fishing high water on river systems. When you get in a lowland river like this, you lose your banks. The fish go wherever they want to. What are we talking about? Baits, Dalton. I like a big spinnerbait. Okay. Let's see. There's more cover to fish around. Tell me the bait. Sell me a bait. He just mentioned spinnerbait. This is getting tricky. I threw a spinnerbait with an Oklahoma blade like that. Hello, y'all both threw Fade blades? What did y'all read? Y'all must have read the same thing. 75 plus mile an hour winds, and it just keeps blowing. Is 75 sustained? That's a damn tropical storm. Spinner bait. I'm gonna find this damn thing. Shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that damn hard. I was thinking I could look because they used to sell them all everywhere. ABT made a Dalton bait. Because I want to say if I could find an old picture of him, I could probably see the thing on his jersey. I don't know. I need some of my Tuscaloosa people to get on here. I feel like if an Oklahoma blade gets bit, so will a Colorado. Tyler, I could probably get in that camp. No Fade, just Okie. Why the Okie over a Colorado or an Indiana? Let me look at the weather, Darius, just out of curiosity. Casey, have fun. Do I even have a weather app on my phone anymore? Oh, I should have the news app. Yeah, WKRG. Because that was what was on the compact Bassman. Good a reason as any. Let's see. We have today a high temperature of 82, south winds at 14 with gusts to 49. Tell me how dumb this shit is. That's why you can't ever trust a damn weatherman. There's a 20% chance of rain tonight with a low temperature of 52, winds west at 15 with gusts of 14. So it's gusting, which would imply increased velocity of wind less than the sustained wind. Explain that. Maybe I just don't know how to interpret this, but west winds at 15 with gusts of 14. Tomorrow, north winds 9 miles per hour with gusts of 9 miles an hour. Looks like we're just supposed to today. Today we're supposed to get the blows, but I might have a few too many beers. That's what it sounded like. They're like, dude, who gives a shit? Like, I went out last night. Like, it's early. I don't want to update this. I think Stanley puts the Oki blades on some of their dirty water spinner baits. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like an Oklahoma blade, turtleback, whatever you want to call it. But like you said, I don't know. I don't know when I would grab it over in Indiana or a Colorado. Somebody could enlighten me. They look cool. Little to no wind in Minnesota. That doesn't sound bad. I had to keep the bean out of the yard this morning because the wind was blowing so bad. She wanted to swing. I was like, "No, dude, we're gonna get hit by a limb blowing out of the tree. We gotta go back into safety." But I want to swing, Dad, please, please. The blades are more expensive, so they must work better. I think people just have the. I think Terminator just made them look so cool that it just stuck. What is let's see. Because I mean, Indiana, I thought was supposed to be kind of like a hybrid willow leaf Colorado. You know what I mean? Like it's tapered on the end and then gets fat. But then they just reversed it and made it tall and kind of sleek like a willow leaf. Oklahoma blade. Here we go. Bass Dozer. Is this guy still around? Russ Bass Dozer. Willow spinnerbait blades. Okay, we know what those are. Colorado spinnerbait blades. We know what those are. Indiana. We know what those are. Oklahoma. Oklahoma blades run a little heavier, a little thicker than other standard bass blades. They have a tight, rapid vibration. They're popularly that's a hard word for me to say. They're popularly used in the Northwest Pacific and Alaska. I can't talk. Alaskan ocean salmon fishing, and also on pike and muskie spinners. They're big blades with lots of thump, vibration, and flash, and bass love them. Uh, they have a creased center line that makes the two sides of the blades. Without the creased center line, the comparable blade would only have one smooth side and one flash. But these Oklahoma blades emit separate flashes off of both sides and a third flash emitted by the center line. Okay, so I mean, wouldn't you be getting that flash anyway? Because it's all the same surface. Maybe not. They're good for matching young of the year shad or sunfish or crappie fry. They also present a rapid, tight spinning motion that matches the tight vibration of a swimming movement of these deep-bodied bait species. Sounds like a bunch of malarkey. You're in East Tennessee having a tornado and a power outage. Yuck. I hope everybody does good. Later, Brian. Tyler, does it blow your dress up? Like, would you like to be in the marsh right now, or is it too much? Is it too much water? Because I'm sure it's like a flood surge right now. I want to go down to the causeway and see what it's like. It might be over the road if the wind's pushing like they say it is. Just got a Shimano Vanford 2500 miles mobile power pole. Who are you going to trust, Indiana or Oklahoma? Ooh, good question. Kyle, what's up, dude? How's the wind down there? Little brother is out there right now looking for beds. I'm surprised he can see that it's not like super flooded. Is he on this beam? You talking about the Trickster, Bob? I've heard that those are real good. Like you said, I never trusted Lucky Strike or anybody that made those. Like you said, they just look cheap, and I didn't see where they do anything that a regular blade wouldn't do. The thing about me and spinnerbait blades is I didn't need anything to even more complicate things, because I've really, besides just pot luck, I really can't see a time when you're like, when you pull up to the lake and you're like, oh my god, dude, this is an Oklahoma blade day. Like, they're gonna crush an Oklahoma blade, and you couldn't catch them on like in Indiana or Colorado or something else, or the spinnerbait period. I don't know. I'm sure it has its days, and I've got them. I got plenty of damn spinnerbaits with Oklahoma blades on it. But like I said, I try and keep it a wee bit simpler, because as soon as I go catching them on a damn Oklahoma blade, you're sitting there thinking, wow, why do they eat that? What about today makes them want to eat a Oklahoma blade? I think you just get a bunch of shit and throw it in your boat and grab something out. Basically, just like close your eyes and reach and grab a spinnerbait and be like, all right, let's try this. I ordered a shirt off of eBay for Bean's birthday party, and the package came in, and it said it was from Dad Bods only. And Amy was like, "What did you buy?" I was like, "Don't worry about that. Dad Bods only from Iowa." He did down at Okeechobee, Bob. That was a pretty awesome bite that he was on. Or actually, he did it. I think he did it at. He caught a 10 on Okeechobee one year, and then I think when they went to the St. John's, he caught 2 giants down there on a spinnerbait. And I think Mark Menendez also was throwing a spinnerbait, and he also caught a giant or a few. But yeah, there was a. I'm pretty sure that that one down in Florida, the first one was at 10 he caught in on Okeechobee. Bob, you think they would have been a willow? I would probably agree. I don't know though. Clun would probably argue. I mean, would he though? You know what I mean? Like in closed doors, if I turn this camera off and Rick Clun walked in and sat down and said, "Rick, nobody's listening, just me and you. That 10 you caught at Okeechobee. Would that thing hit a double willow?" He just said, "Probably." But you never know because that fish didn't, that 10-pounder, world class fish, trophy for anybody, uh, bit the trickster. Was it because it's what he had tied on in front of the fish and the fish was going to eat anything regardless? You never know. Never know. I don't know. Like I said, it gets a little confusing, annoyingly confusing at times. What really used to throw me off was painted blades because guys would go out there and they would throw like chartreuse blades and it would be like crystal clear and they would smash them. And then you'd hear some guy say, "Oh, I only use painted blades when it's overcast. I only use painted blades during this. I only use," dude, it's like never ending. And then I figured out that you can use painted blades whenever pretty much you feel like it. Um, like I don't know what causes a fish to eat or not eat a painted blade, but seems like no matter the weather or the conditions, sometimes they just like a painted blade. Uh, oh, does everybody know what an H&H spinnerbait is? I hope. With the double hook dangling off the back. Tyler, I can't tell you the amount of fish and the amount of H&H spinnerbaits I used to have. Like that's all I threw growing up. That is all I threw. Because that's what my dad told me to get. He's like, "You don't need a Hank Parker. You don't need an Excalibur counter rotating blade spinnerbait. You just need a damn. You just need an H&H." Kind of wasn't wrong. Uh, see a lot of painted blades being thrown in the Ozark. Nate, that's because chartreuse makes spawning fish angry, according to the banjo minnow man on the bank that day that was fishing by. Taylor Mans makes some cool spinner baits. Rich, you never heard of H&H? I guess it's a real deep south thing. They make like the Kakaho minnow. They make like real like marshy stuff. But they're I wonder if I have an H&H here. I'm sure my dad does. But what the H&H is a little aspirin head spinnerbait with a wire that goes up and wraps twice, I believe. A little arm and two little hammered Colorados. And it's got a living rubber skirt on it. And then the head terminates with a loop. And then it comes with a double hook, and you run the double hook through the loop, and it hangs the double hook off the back of the spinnerbait, and it just free flops. Bob knows H&H, and he's from Boston. Pak the Kai. Sparkle beetles? Yeah. Dustin, it's funny you say that. I think guys finally figured out down here when they started throwing the little red kicker blade and stuff. What typically happens is guys will start catching fish on stuff. Like they'll start throwing it early in the year because that's when they're supposed to throw it. And they just catch them in February. And then they go fishing again the next month, and they just tie them. They have the same thing tied on. They're like, oh, I'll just throw this again. They keep throwing it. And then, like, March rolls around, they still catch it on it. They're like, oh, I'll throw this in April. Still throw it, still catch fish on it. Well, the whole year goes by, and they haven't taken off the same spinnerbait. And they're still catching them. And they're like, well, shit, this isn't just a springtime thing. Sparkle beetle. H&H is an ice chest filler, correct. When you take the H&H's out, it needs to come with a gallon of peanut oil. Angler Assets, nice guy. I tried the orange and red kicker when they became big a few years ago. Never noticed the difference. We've heard hammered gold blades. I like hammered blades. I like anything really. Like I said, I don't have a standard. I don't have like one like a number three Colorado in front of a number 7 Indiana on a 3/4 ounce head is pretty standard for like springtime fishing. But besides that, like a normal just like fishing, just going down the bank fishing a bait, like I literally have to go through 50 spinner baits and just like randomly find one and be like, oh, this kind of fits the bill. If I were smart, I would probably just like pack heads in a component box and just make my own rather than like pre-building them, because I always have every time I see the water, I think I need something else, or like I want a different combination than what I've got. So building them on the water would probably be a smarter move for me. Does anybody do that? You dull your blades up, Bob? You're the first person I've ever met that wanted to your spinnerbait blades to not shine. It's an interesting tactic. Tell us more. We're all curious. I'm gonna see. Let me look in this box. Dude, I got some. I bet y'all can tell me what brand this came off of. Oh, here's my favorite. I wish I had the body. I got the blade still. So, Nasty Nate knew it as soon as he saw it. So I got this. Look at this fucking thing. That's a damn blade, bro. That is a damn blade. I used to get. I went through that. I went through the Magnum blade phase when I was trying to be Basil Bacon, and I would make up. That's all. That like pretty much that's the only spinner baits I used to carry with me was the Wake and Bacon that I made. Because I always kept trying to find that Wake and Bacon bite and I never could. But I had some damn Magnum ass spinner baits. But so back in the day, it's probably 11 or 12 at that tournament I told y'all about that my mom painted for, and her friend was doing the promotion for. And Stanley sent them. It's for the American Lung Association. Stanley sent them some product for a giveaway, and because I was my mom was affiliated, I got one of the little gift bags. So included in the gift bag was a half-ounce Stanley Vibra-Shaft spinnerbait, and it had this blade on it. It's got glitter, it's got green and chartreuse bars. It had two of these. One was much smaller, one was probably like a number 3. But this thing thumps. And it had this greeny, chartreusey looking skirt on it. But dude, I absolutely slayed them on it. It was awesome. And I know they don't make that combination anymore, but big old white Colorados. Look at this thing. Bob would probably like this one. It's real shitty looking. That's got Bob all over it. I actually don't mind my blades being tarnished. Oh, look what I found. Oh, another fade blade. Got these things. Oh, this is a relic. Wonder what this thing was made out of. Hey, this thing got a lot of blades in it. Is this the precursor to the Scuzz? Ooh, this one's fancy. I bet they'd smash this down in Tylerland. Oh, Bob, I would agree. What I think, like, I know everybody likes the Jackal Eruption, but it I don't know. I'm such a Stanley spinnerbait fanboy that they perfected the spinnerbait probably what 35 years ago at least, and it's taken that long for somebody to come out with something that's like still not as good, but like pretty good. It was Kyle. I got the whole collection of tornado blades. What are some good spinnerbait traders besides a swim bait or a split tail? John, all I use is a split tail pretty much. I don't like a swim bait. I have heard of people using a ringworm. I've heard of people using lizards. I've heard of people using everything, but actually, hold on. So there's, I don't know what this is, but they make, I think it's like just like a generic mold that you can buy from one of those generic worm pouring places that makes molds. But it's just got two little like kicking legs on it. But this thing is actually a worm. So the mold is like this damn tall. The worm is actually like a 7-inch worm, but this is a tail. And my buddy Keith gave me some of these, and he told me they work good for a trailer, and I used them. And they do work good for a trailer. The only problem is you have to waste 75% of the worm. But it's real small, it's real thin, it's compact. It doesn't like it looks good on the back of a spinnerbait. It doesn't look like off. But I use those for like a something small. Here's a little saltwater bait I use. It's just got a little bitty teardrop tail on it. It's real thin. But that's a good trailer. That's my little trailer box. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. But I think I'm going to get some of these bait sanded, and I'm going to go look at the local pond and see if there's any fish on bed. Yeah, John, it is kind of like a Z-Crawl. It's just like a micro version. But I don't mind. I like if I throw a spinnerbait, I'd rather not throw a spinnerbait than throw one without a trailer. And I don't throw a trailer hook. I've never, I don't know. I just feel like if I'm going to catch a 3-pounder, it's going to bite it. And then it causes me more grief than it does like hooks me fish. But AJ, where do you think he's flipping your baits? John, damn, you've been busy, bro. 100? All shapes and sizes, or one shape and size? Shies. I don't know why I can't talk today. I need to go home and go to sleep or take a nap or something or go eat or do something. I need a redo on today on my vocals. It's a lifetime supply. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you wonder. I did a boat show last month. John, where was your boat show at? We're having a boat show this weekend, and down here. And I was wondering, it's like, it might be cool to go set up. And but they wanted like, I want to say for little old shitty Mobile's boat show, they wanted like $500 to set up a table. So if I'm gonna pay that, I'm just gonna go. Anthony, I thought about putting I thought about making this a Tacklecraft shirt and putting a logo on it. Like doing some Grateful Dead bears with fishing poles and baits, which I think would be kind of awesome. Do we have enough stoners in the group that would make this venture worth my while? I say no. I say I could move 3. I think I know my audience pretty good, and I don't think they're I don't think there's a huge community of wooks amongst us. Maybe, I don't know. Just use your normal logo. Yeah, probably. That's what I was gonna do. The little circle badge. Just do it in some like bright color, like orange or something. Make it stand out real big. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have to go see what screens we have. AJ, you're not going to the Classic? Is anybody here going to the Classic? It keeps crossing my mind. I don't know though. Rich's wife loves the tie-dye. That's a good sign. Happy wife, happy life. Bob not making the pilgrimage. Oh, so if you saw the title of this video, it says don't Google the power pole move. So I looked it up, and I looked up how much does the power pole move cost. I had no trolling motor results. It was all about having a physical power pole from like Alabama Power moved from my yard. And I was like, that was probably a dumb name. When you search for power pole move, you don't get any trolling motor results. You get how to move a actual telephone pole. So you have to be specific and use trolling motor. Tyler, I saw somewhere, I read somewhere that they were supposed to be like 140 pounds of thrust or some shit. Which is pretty beefy. I want to know how high the I'm not as concerned about the trolling motor. I'm a little more concerned with the design and the strength of the mount. How it attaches to the boat, how high it is, how big it is. Like if it lays down like the old like Motor Guide tours, and it's like small and compact and like tight to the boat, I would be excited about that. I think the brushless system is going to be great. I think all that's going to do its job, but I feel like they had to have I feel like there's always going to be something that it's like, ooh, you got this far and then you missed it, like that one thing. It would have been perfect, but I'm hoping the mount's good. We'll see though. I mean, if it's truly got 140 pounds of thrust, then the mount better be real good, and the shaft. But and I like Minn Kota. That's the other thing, Tyler. I was thinking about it. Not that I would ever in a million years spend $7,000 or $5,000 on a damn power pole trolling motor, especially not now. Even if I had shit tons of damn extra cash laying around to just go blow on whatever I wanted to, I don't think I would go buy one, for the simple fact that nobody knows how to work on them yet, and they're going to break. And I will 100%. If you gave me one, I would probably dick it up real good, quick. I've done it to all of them. And you give me the power pole, and I'll trash it just like all the rest of them. So it does break. Where do I take it? Nobody, because it's so new. Nobody knows how to work on them. Then they got to call PowerPole and say, how do we work on this? Where do we get parts? Trying to get parts. Do they have parts available right now for the thing? I don't know what there's just a lot. There's a lot that goes on with. In a perfect world, you would buy one and just go out and use it, and life's good. But when making a $5,000 purchase, I think about the things like, who's going to fix it? Does anybody know? Like, where do you get parts? Are parts available? I'm not really worried about the functionality of it. Like, is it better than what I've got? Probably. It should be a durability test for all things equipment. You're probably right. And it's odd, Burns, because I'm not like a physically, I'm not a bull in a china shop. Like, I don't just like wreck shit. And my truck's in good shape, so I don't I don't just like run into shit with my truck. But like stuff I use a lot, trolling motors, airbrushes, like shit like that. That's why I like Corrados and Powells. Like, they hold up. I don't, they seem to work for me. So whatever I do and them have a cohesiveness. So I roll with it. Hayden, what the hell is Cosby sauce? AJ, you do have a point. That PowerPole's customer service is top notch. Anybody I've ever known that had an issue with like a pump or something from PowerPole, they usually had one headed their way pretty damn quick, and they were back on the water replacing their PowerPole pump. But the problem, I think, that PowerPole is going to run into now with their customer service is that the customer is going to change now, because they're changing their customer base from a customer that has their product that is a luxury item that they can fish without. They may not like to, but you can still go fishing with your power poles dicked up. You can zip tie them together and whatever you need to do. But if your trolling motor's fucked up and you need parts from them, their customer is about to change, because they're about to get real mad and they're about to like need shit way quicker. So that'll be interesting to see how their attitude changes once they have to deal with that kind of people. Send me a pump from a power pole. I'll get it working in a couple weeks. It'll be fine. No, now I have a tournament in 2 days. I need my trolling motor that I paid $5,000 for fixed. Where is my damn indicator arrow? So we shall see. Ooh, it has a metal shaft. I have I still have a couple left out in the back. I should probably do something with them. But I used to have a boneyard of bent motor guide shafts, and they were just stacked up in the corner. But I don't know. I don't know that I like that. My Fortrex shaft has been pretty good. Knock on wood, but been pretty good. I don't know that I would want to go back to metal. I hit too much stuff. And it's not intentional. There's just so much shit in the water down here you can't see. And if you're throwing shit with treble hooks up in shit that grabs treble hooks and you need to go retrieve your treble hooks, you're going to get up in the nasty. They need like a protection mode where you're like where you need to go up in stumps and it like gets real like it tailors itself to take impact. What? What is that? Underwear? What? What are those? No. Do I wear underwear like that? Maybe standing in the doorway dangling underwear in the air going. Except they're, I think, my dad's underwear. Hurricane debris. Yeah. Uh-oh. Wonder what happened. Shrimp net. Doug, I don't know that I've ever hooked a shrimp net. Amy, stop teasing, TK. Old crusty pair of assless men's underwear. Really got me chubbed.
You never know what you find here.
What else did you find?
Getting ready for a little surgery.
Little is it time for my what do they call it? It's
Checkup?
on me. What?
Your checkup.
Yeah. Annual checkup. Is that the underwear from the last guy you did the checkup on? The assless cotton underwear? Dude, I hate those things. I don't know how he wears them.
Not who?
Beard. Jeremy, you just missed Amy dangling assless men's boxer shorts in the doorway at me.
I don't want to embarrass anyone. Hola.
Ether. Ow.
That one muscatine again.
What?
So I got a muscatine again.
Yeah, you do look like you're about to go deadlift something.
Hola.
Edible underwear baffles me. Yeah, what does edible underwear taste like?
Sure.
How do you know? That was quick.
Because I bought it.
No, that's what
we bought it for a bachelorette party gag gift.
I bet we did.
Mm-hmm. And everybody ended up tasting it.
Well, that was very quick. So nobody has to answer that. Amy answered it for everybody immediately.
It tastes like fruit roll.
The texture?
Yeah, texture's like fruit roll. It's really actually not really that great.
Oh, really?
Like
fucking underwear doesn't taste good to eat. You know what? I wouldn't eat underwear for dinner.
Yeah. It is a gag gift you can gag on. That's right, John Smith.
Apparently,
are you even a real person?
Apparently, the gag gift is on me. The underwear eater over here.
Crawfish underwear.
Gross.
So like tuna fish underwear. Gross.
Tuna fish flavored underwear.
I mean, they're like in the same category.
Kyle could probably find some of those
What's up,
down in
Rich?
the bayou.
What's up, Marty? What's up, Kyle? What's up, Nick Dog?
Kyle, are you retired today?
What's up, Jeremy? Yep, I saw the juice. I'm an open book.
Crawfish
I
would be a
mean,
little
mystery.
spicy on the pooper shooter. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know if I'd want some Zatarans on my bunghole. That
Oh,
would
no, it's hot outside. Where? How cold is it or hot in your neck of the woods today?
Start back up Monday. At the same place? They rehire you? Everybody just says it's windy.
It's really windy. It's beautiful outside. It's actually it'd be nice if I was working out there.
No, they say everybody else says it's like scarily windy. Like Jeremy and Darius said it's like 70-mile-an-hour winds and tornadic.
Oh yeah, in Dallas last night they had tornadoes. My friend Courtney was stuck in her bathroom half the night.
She lost power and all she had was edible underwear to eat.
I'm never gonna live that one down.
That's what Amy bought us for hurricane preparedness week.
I need a called the juice. That's actually really funny.
I got 4 jobs I got lined up to start. That's the way to do it, Kyle.
Some of my friends back when I was in my young years, they nicknamed my ASS. Nicknamed it the Big Juicy.
Big Juicy.
So that actually would be really
It has
It would
a
align.
double reference.
the juice.
The juice with the big juicy.
$40.
Doug, I saw that. I was
4 jobs.
I was
Wow. I can't even get one job. No
yes
shit.
you can. Milliken did have a good start. The only thing I noticed was so did everybody else. That bite that you follow looks
30.
insane. Like if you didn't catch 15 pounds, you were clueless.
Anybody fishing this weekend? Probably not with the winds like they are.
No, I don't.
TK's not fishing this weekend. He's supposed to be fishing today.
No. It's probably a good thing because that wind is howling. Which wouldn't matter.
Whatever I think about your shirt.
They liked it. Or certain people did. Anthony did.
I did a bunch of tie-dye shirts for a restaurant here. So I got TK one that he picked out.
Schoolmaster's not fishing. Bob's going to South Carolina. I start night, or I'd be headed back to a little hidey hole lake in central Louisiana. Ben is in last place among Nebraska anglers. That's interesting. Burns, I have not. I couldn't get it to load, but that doesn't mean anything.
Just means our Wi-Fi sucks.
Yeah. Ooh, Nasty Nate's going to be out this weekend. Nasty Nate, what will you be partaking in?
What will you be cranking on?
What will you be cranking on?
Our little bean has been cranking on a neon pink princess glitter.
Yeah, she likes it.
And
I will
with
say it has passed the durability test because she has thrown that thing into every rock, gravel, hard surface she can
Countertop.
find, countertop, wall, anything concrete.
And the mouse was trying to get it off of the reel yesterday. She got mad because she couldn't get it loose.
I was stuck.
No, she couldn't get it because it was tied on.
Oh, she wanted it off the line.
Yeah, she went off the line. She got real mad.
Got her mama's temper. Hopefully she just doesn't have it. Hopefully she isn't throwing railroad pistons at people.
I
Train,
didn't throw. That was my sister.
whatever.
So, anybody watch the Murdaugh murders? Anybody else?
Bassin and catching crappie for dinner. I hear you, Nate. That sounds like a good
That actually sounds really good.
living. That's
I
what
wish we were doing that. There's a wasp infestation at the lake.
I mean, bass live down here too. You go to the lake, go bass fishing.
Well, I guess you're right. Yeah. That was really dumb.
We have fish down here. Depends on how much mercury you
But
want
you
to
can't
ingest.
go fishing because your boat.
My boat works fine. Which I might go home and work on it today. Because my dumbass put the trolling motor cables on backwards. So I have like 30 years of pushing the pedal down this way and the head going that way and lifting my heel up and it going that way. Now when I do it, it's opposite. And I thought I could retrain myself to deal with it. No. Too much muscle memory.
Oh, Marty, thank you.
What do you say? Burns getting flirty.
He said Little Bean is a cutie pie.
Amy's busting on the bass rig. No, what she's referring to is that my
He almost taken himself.
I did almost think myself, but I didn't because I am observant. Because I noticed the ass of the boat was riding a little low when I tried to keep a few squeakers for dinner.
So he asked his dad, "Could you please sit up front?"
Yeah, I was like, Beard, how many little Debbies you been eating at night? So, not many. I said, well, the ass end of that boat's riding a little low. But my trolling motor, I mean, not my trolling motor, my live well hose, I guess at some point had worked its way out. And I guess it was from my inlet pumps. The water in pump had come out. So I turned my pumps on to pump water into the live well. And it just went right into the bottom of the boat. So I just left them on for like an hour and just kept filling my boat up. And it's like, and I didn't notice. I really didn't notice that it was getting low. I noticed that my trolling motor was on like 80%, and it was not going that fast. I was like, my boat should be moving faster than this. And then I went back and peeked in the back, and my batteries were floating. So I'm gonna have to pull.
We need to take Bean fishing for her birthday.
Just me and her?
No, 'cause she'll fall out.
No, she won't. Think I'd let her fall out?
It'll be a lot.
Look tired to me. I've been to use once water came up through the floor. Yeah, it was getting to that point. I hope so. Does Amy fish? Yeah, Amy.
I'd be there right beside him all the time, but he doesn't invite me.
I don't know. Okay.
He doesn't. He likes to go by himself.
I do like to go by myself because when I take Amy, she tells me what to fucking do.
No, I do not.
This place sucks. What would Keith be doing?
No, I did not.
You're fishing too fast. I don't like this bait. This bait doesn't catch them.
No, I always ask, what are you using? And then why are you having me on a worm when you're sitting here on a crankbait? And he gets mad, but I want to catch a fish.
You can catch a fish. More fish have been caught on a worm than any crankbait ever made.
Well, why does he not put me on what he's on?
Because
he don't want me to beat him up because the one time he did, I was the only one catching.
What, when you got a crankbait? No, I want you away from multiple hooks. If I can give you a bait that I can hide the hook in, we're safe. If I give you 9 barbs, that is a great potential for being embedded in me.
I have yet to come close to you.
I don't want you to. That's the whole point. I don't want to have to deal with it or worry about it. But if you've got a worm, you're safer.
Marty, he already got hooked a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't want to be
It was
hooked.
like 10 years ago.
By who?
By me. That was cheesy.
It was cheesy. It only hurts coming out, pretty much. Let her get beside you and parallel the bank. Ooh. Tell Amy the casting plastic plug for practice. There you go. That's what we need to get her. One of those old ones that came with the.
Oh, actually, not too bad. I only got stuck in a tree maybe like 3 times.
Yeah, down here, like on the causeway, you don't have trees. Like, you don't have to worry about it.
In Austin, maybe like 3 times. It's pretty annoying.
That's like the one good thing about down on the lower end is down here it's pretty much just open water. So you can cast as far or as short as you want, and you don't have to worry about ever hitting anything. And you can.
I don't think my cast is terrible. I think it definitely can be improved for sure. But I think my problem is understanding what it feels like for a fish to hit the bait. Or like
You know.
what are you supposed to feel?
You know.
And PK says that, but
It's just something alive on the end of your rod.
no. But then you like hit a log and you think you're like,
You mean
not.
differentiating between a log and an actual fish? I mean, I think that just takes practice. That just takes feeling a lot of, I won't say feeling a lot of logs. It doesn't sound very nice.
That's funny. No, and we were up the delta fishing, and I was the only one catching. And then he made sure that we left that spot to go somewhere else so that he could catch something.
That is completely untrue.
And that day, guess who caught everything?
Where was that? You talking about Baby Net Basin?
Right down the causeway. I was pregnant too.
Oh yeah, dude. We fished for a while and
See,
caught
the
like
funny
2.
thing is he can remember everything he's caught and everything he's done, but when we go, he like forgets I'm even there. He forgets that he's taking me.
No, because we didn't catch anything.
You didn't catch anything.
But you caught little micros.
So I still caught something.
Yeah, but we were looking for big ones that you could tell was a real bite.
You told me you're just out there to catch. You don't care. Exactly, Hayden.
Tie you a spinnerbait on. I think she'd probably like a chatterbait. Chatterbait would be good.
Anthony, that's funny.
Don't talk about the basin. Oh, whoops. I didn't know that was a thing, Doug.
And he informed me later the reason he left that spot was because if we stayed any longer, we might be stuck out there till 10 p.m.
Oh yeah, we were in the back. Like
So,
the way back.
He kind of sold me on that.
Yeah, the tide was going out and it was like really windy. And my trolling motor was I didn't want it to get weak.
I'm still waiting to go to a prick pond to get some big ones.
We need Doug to tell us where the damn prick pond is.
Doug, why are you holding out, man?
Doug, give us the prick pond 1-800 number.
You can come with.
Yeah.
You can stream it live for us.
Yeah, you can. We'll come out there and we'll put the damn Weber grill on the boat and cook weenies.
Yeah, for real.
Go fishing with Burns. Drive up to Arkansas. Burns will put you on some fish.
Well, I last year on my pontoon.
Last year off the pontoon, my mother-in-law said I'm stuck attempting to get unstuck and a 5.5 pound smallmouth was doing cartwheels on the end of her line. Schoolmaster, did she get the fish in?
That's another thing I would thoroughly enjoy at the lake. Maybe a pontoon boat for the kids.
Oh, I'm not getting a pontoon boat. Bop can get a pontoon boat. Yaya can get a pontoon boat. That's a Yaya and Bop boat.
I will get a pontoon boat.
You don't need a pontoon boat because you don't know how to maintain a pontoon boat, and you
I will
cannot
figure
pull
it
a
out.
pontoon boat. You cannot do anything with a
Hey,
pontoon
one day I
boat.
will be able to do it all.
You say
You just
so.
watch.
You say
Those kids
so.
will be going tubing behind a pontoon boat, I promise you.
Gross. You want to be water sport people.
It's fun.
Oh, it's annoying.
It's annoying to the fishermen.
Yeah. It's fisherman's water.
Yeah, y'all go early in the morning, late in the afternoon. This is middle day.
Next thing I know, I'm going to wake up and have a fishing ski boat in the back.
Might trade yours in.
Trade mine in on a fishing ski nitro. Go jump off a bridge.
There are one person pontoon boats, one of those jet skis.
Grandparents have the pontoon. We keep our fishing boats. There you go. You have to master the yak first.
You already
Correct.
master the yak.
She hasn't
That's
even
easy.
been in her yak yet. The yak is still hidden under the house
I used to have a yak. I got rid of it. What happened?
because you didn't use it, I'm sure,
No, because
Just
it
like
said in
this
my
one.
hallway
and didn't get used.
that I can yak. Really?
It's the same thing that's going to happen with this one.
Well, take me to the lake. Take me to the. I can't put it on top of my car.
It's an excuse. You can.
I don't want to put it on the top of my car.
I want that. We'll get you a little trailer and a trailer hitch for your.
Then I will definitely. I will then pull my yak.
Why don't we take it to Municipal Park and chain it to a tree? And you can let it live at Municipal Park, and then you can take your little padlock off and go paddle around Municipal.
Y'all are all laughing. Just wait.
Pontoon boats bring out all those people that say they miss hanging out with you and they want to catch up soon. Let's catch up soon. Yeah,
On your boat.
on your boat. Yeah, yeah. Let's go sit on a sandbar and drink beer all day. Not my cup.
Yeah, wakeboard would be fun too, but
Oh,
you
God,
can't fit as
no.
many people. You want to be able to fit the grandkids and the grandparents and the parents, the tube.
But you can throw the most obnoxious sized wake that fucking destroys everybody's waterfront property and swamps smaller vessels, and you can be the douche of all water by owning one.
TK's dyslexic trolling motor on the yak.
Oh yeah, I could put my Lixdexic trolling motor and get me a power pole one.
I sound like just like a wife. Why is that? I am just a wife and a mom and a business owner and all the things.
South Jersey, I don't think I like the. I don't think I want a long tail. They're too loud, and I don't have anywhere I really want to go. They would probably be fun for a minute though.
Exactly, Jeremy.
What,
He wouldn't hate it.
Jeremy? I don't like it
The
Like-
reason he doesn't like it is because he doesn't.
because I'd rather be fishing. Like it's a waste of fucking time for me to be sitting on the river, like staring at it, going, I want to be
little
fishing in
ones.
it.
And you're not fishing in the middle of the day, usually. Not catching much.
Sure you can, dude. I caught
It's hot in here.
a 6-pounder on the 4th of July at 1 o'clock every year for like 4 summers in a row in the river, on the river. When everybody was out there, actually nobody was out there because at noon everybody usually is eating lunch somewhere and there's not many people cruising around, but like usually like after 1 or 2 is when people start showing up. That's when I go hide somewhere. But I mean, I think we've got some time before we need to throw Bean on a damn tube. So
Oh, that's good to know, Anthony.
what? Hullevator roof rack. Those things are legit. They assist the kayak to the roof. Easy operation. I used to put my old town Predator on the top of my Explorer.
Exactly, South Jersey.
I would love one for the Delaware. I could fish extremely low tide in the back channels. I'd like to see you get one and record that, South Jersey. Let us all come along with you. AJ, that's no shit, dude. Like, I had a tear on 4th of July where it was at the middle of the day. It was hot as shit, and there was typically a fair amount of boat traffic, but not insane. Like the banks were already muddied up, and I always caught a big one, like an exceptionally large one for that time of year.
So,
Hard to be on the water and not fishing. I agree.
it's also hard to be at the lake and just sit at the lake house.
Who
How
sits in
your
the lake
husband
house?
is just fishing all day.
Well, then don't go.
So that's why I want to kayak. I'm going to kayak on my own. I'm with nobody.
What are you gonna do with it though? Just paddle?
Paddle, fish, pull the kids behind it
Then what?
in a tube. Whatever I want.
That'd be interesting. Sounds wonderful in theory. My uncle caught a 50-pound blue cat in a black and blue jig from our 30-acre sand pit on the 4th. Was that the lake record?
Chris, you missed a lot.
Edible underwear is much you missed. Yeah. If you were wondering, Chris, they taste like what?
Fruit roll up.
Fruit
Not a
roll-ups.
good one. Like fruit roll up tastes good. They're kind of gross.
Edible underwear tastes like ass.
They're like fruit roll up.
It's like fruit roll-ups that you ran through your ass crack in your grundle.
Go buy a bear.
Yeah. Go get you a pair and taste them and see what you think.
It's a great gag gift for friends or family or spouses.
The Boss Strauss mud motors are not as loud as you would think. They have a sick one like a supercharger. It's kind of cool.
All right, guys, I'm out. I gotta go finish up, and then I gotta pee out of this
Rather
place.
just get Hanes.
You get that cotton jockey shit.
Gross. Is that what you just threw away?
Eyes odd.
Dude, those things are so annoying to wear.
Later night.
It's like not wearing.
Well, I don't understand why
Underwear at
people wear
all.
boxers because then you it's like wearing shorts underneath your pants and then it like bunches all up. Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, and then your junk's still flopping around like it does.
Why do people want that? I don't even know why that was a thing or why people thought that was cool. Even in high school and I think it was like middle school, all the boys always talked about their or even my brother, who had boxers.
It was a thing.
It was a thing.
Then,
Had
'cause,
boxers and these oversized AFCOs that were like,
Well, that was just how they were cut.
that was awful. Anyway, but then I just never understood it. You got all that junk. It's too hot for that.
No, until you get I made the mistake of getting thinking I needed silk boxers in like middle school, and then I realized that you cannot do any type of activity in them. Or,
Yeah,
or
you just flop around.
no, they just like shred.
I know that too.
Like
Wow.
I think I had a pair of silkies that lasted like a week because I was like playing
Anybody on here still wear boxers? TK, when did you change to boxers? I mean briefs.
high school.
Is everybody, all your friends still in boxers?
No, I think it was just I think you just got older and you're like, these are I don't think these are the deal.
Oh,
I don't know. I think briefs are the yeah. But I think briefs also made a push then too. Like after boxers got hot.
maybe Jordan was wearing them or something. Everybody was like, "Ooh, gotta have it." And
Yeah, Jordan was probably pumping briefs.
doing like the Calvin Klein ads and stuff.
Silkies. School basher. You didn't have any silkies, bro? Undercraft. That's a good talk. Good.
All right, I'm really out of here. Bye, y'all. Have a good day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your weather. Hopefully it's nice. Not tornadic. May catch a big one.
Should rename the show that. Undycraft. Silky craft. Dude, I remember being I thought I was fucking Hugh Hefner, dude. I got my silkies, slipped them on. I was like, I'm gonna try and like go to 7th grade and maybe pull them out a little bit outside my shirt, so when I'm like sitting in class, I can like maybe some of the girls will see my silkies and be like, "Can you wear silk boxers?" I'm like, yeah, that's right. But yeah, I shredded them. I think it was from sweat, honestly, like going out and like playing damn baseball in them or something, or like basketball, and I ruined them. But I remember I was like really, really disappointed. That was the other thing. Not to get off too far, but I remember one of those years in my adolescences. The main reason to make the switch from the boxers to the briefs was because we could, when we were in middle school, we could wear shorts. We had uniforms, but we had uniform shorts, and they were kind of baggy. So if you like sat in class and you like crossed your legs and you were wearing boxers, you might show the person sitting across the room a little rat brains hanging from your your pants leg. And I think after enough uh, kids started getting, you know, it was nobody was doing it on purpose. It's just from the damn rat brains hanging out from wearing boxer shorts. So I think most of me and my buddies were like, yeah, let's chill with the rat brains and get something that gives us a little tuck, a little protection. The old peekaboo. Marty has a glide question. You don't want to talk about rat brains? Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Burns. Is that a rat brain in your silkies? Or are you just happy to see me? No, that's actually rat brains. Bubble gum, that's right. Amy was actually I think I might need to name the next bait rat brains. The weird one. Glide question. Marty, are you going to be pissed if I name that weird looking bait rat brains? My latest Basswood Glide does really well twitching, but not so well on a slow reel. Bubblegum pink with squiggles on it. Burns, it's got to be. If I'm a betting man, I'm betting it's in your joint, in your hinge configuration. Thanks for the Urban Dictionary definition there. I don't think it's the angle because you can get. I mean, you can cut one. You can cut one in half, and you should be able to get it fine. You should be able to get it to swim on a straight retrieve with just a straight line down the center. Anthony, you never heard of rat brains? Yeah, it should swim fine. It catches water. Unless it's rounded off and it's not catching enough water and it's just rolling over the joint. If it's too round on the backside and it's not, no, this should be fine. I think it's probably in your in how your sorry, Anthony, I can't pick it up on the internet too well. I don't think you need to taper it. I'm telling you, to me, tuning baits, setting up baits, doing all that kind of shit. Having a fixed joint hinge configuration is really, really, really scary. Because one little like micron of a millimeter is off, like that thing can go from swimming like shit to swimming really good. And it doesn't take much. So that's where I'm putting my money. Damn, I'm almost done with these. I don't think that would keep it from swimming in a straight retrieve, Marty. Toss all them boxers and slip some brains to impress the women tonight. Anthony is out. Anthony, good talking to you. Take it easy, bro. Have a good weekend. I know that's the problem, Burns. That's the problem with them cotter pins. You need a serviceable hinge. Or what you need is you need twist eyes. Just cut your hinges out and then put twist eyes in it and adjust it till you get it right, and then just mark the distance how long they are, and then just reapply your cotter pins that way so you can tune it. Smoke wants a Dancing Bear shirt. See, I got one sold. You could test the rear weight theory just with some shit wrapped around the hook. Could be, Burns. Could be too tight, too loosey goosey. There is a definite sweet spot that has a very very small tolerance. Oh, I was saying, Burns, you could test the weight theory by just weighting the hooks, or putting like a just tying like a piece of wire to your hook, and then just cripping splint shots on it. Just to see if it does anything. For prototyping purposes. Not that it would help you now, but you could wait. I mean, if you needed to, you could weight the hooks to make it swing good. But those are tricky. Damn, I'm ready to be done with these. Suspend strips. There you go. Those would work perfect in your little predicament here. Bob, there will be. Might be two. Oh, it's a floater. That makes it even more tricky. That shouldn't. Unless it depends on how high it's floating. If it'll if the joint has a lot of bait out of the water and there's not enough to like catch water, yeah, it's tricky. That's tricky. Depends on how high the float is. But I think it can be salvaged. What is my sup runneth over? Stand up paddleboard? Who posted that shit? Not really high. Huh. I guess that's your next option, Burns. You could always cut a lip slot in it. Just make that bitch awake. Screw it. Screw it. No lip, that would be too easy. You're right. What fun would that be? Burns is all about the challenges. All right, dudes, I got to go to the kitchen. I got to go. I'm going to go wash these baits up and set them out and let them dry and wash them off with some goop and get them ready for paint. So I was supposed to have these done this week, but I'm running behind. But I'll get them done. Don't you worry. We'll get them done. But in other news, everybody else's gigantic repaint orders that they had in here got sent out. Y'all be good though. Have a good weekend, and talk to you later on. See you.